All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachawadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting a good fight of faith and truth, in sincerity and wholeheartedly, Shalom to the Akwath, which is the women believers, Shalom to you. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. This video is inspired by conversations that I had over the past week. And people think that it's free will. There's no such thing as free will, but I want to go deeper into, so when I was talking to this individual about like angels and demons and how they are the ones that's really orchestrating everything. And, he's looking at me like I got 6 heads because you have to be on a level to understand that. But I want to go into the scriptures to illustrate that. So when you get this, and we all know this scripture right here, but it's very important what it's saying. So I'm getting in NLT. So if we are not fighting against flesh and blood enemies, that's people, right? But against evil rulers and authorities of the unseen world, against mighty powers in the dark world, and against evil spirits in the heavenly realm. All right. So mighty powers in the dark world, which just represent the heaven, the heavenly places, same thing. So you have angels and demons. And I want to get into KJV because I want you, could be somebody new, watching this. So I want to show you what principalities mean. So if we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the ruler of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. All right. This also cut, even the blue letter, have good sense. This also cut that it ain't no demons and it ain't Satan underground ready to burn you because you was a bad boy or bad little girl. All right. So arche, that's the Greek word, but I want to get straight to the point. So as you see at the bottom, it say angels and demons, and we're going to get the scriptures to back it up. And I'm going to give you both sides, what the job of a demon is and the job of the holy angels is. So to give you a summary, the angels, they are the ones that actually keep us in this thing. They are the ones that actually, give us a spirit to receive the truth. So, but I want to show you the demon part. Now, this is the time when we were in Egypt and the Lord sent evil spirits to the Egyptians. So it said he cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath, and indignation and trouble by sending evil angels among them. What you think evil angels are? That are demons. The Lord said he created evil, he created good, he created darkness, he created light. All right. The Lord created both sides. Everything is double. You cannot comprehend or understand anything without an opposite. So when the Lord is having councils in the heavens, guess what? Angels and demons are present. Let's back that up. This is a famous story that most people should know, especially if you've been in this thing for a while. So it says, he said, hear thou therefore the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I saw Yahweh sitting on his throne and all the hosts of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left. Okay. If you have a spiritual discernment, the ones that was on his left are demons. Okay. That's why we say wisdom on the left hand side. And Yahweh said, who shall persuade Ahab? So he's talking to the angels. Who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this manner, and the other said on that manner. And there came forth a spirit and stood before Yahweh and said, I will persuade him. Okay. So now imagine what's going on right now. You having councils in the heaven. The Lord is asking the angels, who's going to do this. And then you got one spirit, a demon, saying, I'll do it. But look at the Lord's response. And Yahweh said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go forth. I will be a lion spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. Right there. Right there. So this also illustrates that when a man is doing wickedness, it's a demon on him. Demon speaking through him. Demon doing actions through a man or a woman. And it says, and he said, you shall persuade him and prevail also, go forth and do so. Now therefore, behold, Yahweh hath put a lion spirit in the mouth of all these your prophets, and Yahweh have spoken evil concerning thee. All right. So I just wanted this to show you, just an example. And the reason that the Lord even did it, because Ahab was trying to go against the king of Syria. And the Lord ain't say go against the king of Syria. So then when he went to inquire a prophet about, I think it's, matter of fact, is it Micah? I think I just seen it. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm going to read 15. So he came to the king, and the king said unto him, Micah, shall we go against Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall we forbear? And he answered, go and prosper, for Yahweh shall deliver it to the king in the hand of the king. Now this was a lion. This was a lion prophet, false prophet. Because if I'm not mistaken, I haven't read the story in a while. That's why I wanted to get straight to the point, just about the illustration of how the council in the heavens happened. But so it says, let me read 13. And the messenger was gone to call Micah, spake unto him, saying, behold, now the words of the prophets declare good unto you, the king with one mouth. Let your word, pray thee, be like the word of one of them, and speak that which is good. So matter of fact, up here, you have prophets basically telling, that, hey, it's all good. You can go up against Syria, and the Lord gonna deliver into your hands. And then he came across a prophet who told him the truth, like, don't do that. All right. So anyways, now also just want to hold on. I definitely got to take this. Hold on. So yeah, I forgot where I was. I had to take that call. But basically, so you have false prophets telling, Ahab that you can go up against, the king of Syria and overtake him. But then Micah, he was telling him the truth, like, no, don't do that. The Lord ain't say you can do that. So, and then we read about the council in heaven. Now also, I really because I don't want this video to be too long. That's why I be trying to emphasize on what the scriptures are saying. Because when I was talking to these individuals, in particular one, but I'm just talking about I be hearing the mind state of people. At my job, I always hear people talking about, free will. People got free will to do this and free will to do that. And it's real crazy. Now, at your job, you ain't supposed to be like a super Israelite. People ain't supposed to know about your business at all. So I keep my mouth shut. But it'd be very, very tempting because people are always talking about God. They don't know nothing about God. But it's a lot of God talk at my job. But guess what? It's nothing but Israelites at my job. So, of course, you got the taskmaster, Esau. He's, the supervisors and people in position of power and things like that. But for the most part, the workers are Jake. So they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. But anyway, they talk a whole bunch of God talk, a lot of free will, and they speaking. I'm just, oh my gosh. So the reason I'm even doing this lesson is to let people know it's deeper than what you think. See, number one, the Lord, talk about the Father. Our Father name is Yahweh. He don't move a muscle. He don't have to do anything. Okay. He have Yahushua. He got the angels. Even Yahushua and the angels is the ones that created the earth. Our Father gets the credit because he created them. Okay? So it says, bless ye Yahweh all your host. That's the angels. Ye ministers of his. Another word for minister is servant. That do his pleasure. So that means if the Lord say, hey, jump on this person, make him do this, make him do that. Because remember, in the Apocrypha, you got Ecclesiasticus 39:28. There be spirits created for vengeance. So those ones who carry out the vengeance of the Lord, it was a spirit on them to do it. There be spirits created for vengeance. See? So that do his pleasure. Bless Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, all his work and all in all places of his dominion. Bless ye Yahweh, O my soul. So the angels, when they get and they way better than us, they're in order, they perfect. They don't have the fight of the flesh. Okay. So when the Lord say do something, they quick to do it. As the scripture says, they love to do his pleasure. All right. And then also, just to back it up, it said, but to which of the angels said at any time, sit on my right hand until I make your enemies your footstool? This is talking about Yahushua. King David said that in Psalms 110:1. And it said, are they not all ministering spirits? So talking about the angels, sent forth to minister for them who should be heirs to salvation. Now we on the other aspect. We went into the demon aspect. We kind of been touching both, but show you about the evil angels. Talk about we showed about evil spirit jumping on Ahab. You know, I mean not on Ahab, but to be a lion spirit in his mouth. So yeah, you could say jumping on Ahab. But the point is that that's their job. Right here, verse 14. Are there not all ministering spirits sent forth to minister for them who shall be heirs of salvation? So since the Lord made everything double, he also have ones that block the truth. So this is talk about Isaiah. Then said I, woe is me, for I am undone, because I am a man with such unclean lips, and I dwell in the midst of a people of unclean lips, for my eyes have seen the King Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Then flew one of the seraphims, which is an angel, unto me, having a live coal in his hand. He have taken it with the tongues from off the altar, and he laid it upon my mouth, and said, lo, this have touched your lips, and your iniquity is taken away, and your sin is purged. All right. So obviously, you know, at one point in time, like all of us, you know, Isaiah, he wasn't converted yet. He wasn't a man of the Lord yet, you know. But this is the process, and it's all symbolic too. Not saying that this didn't happen, but it's all, you got to remember, the scriptures is double. So you got to understand this. Now, Isaiah just got anointed. All right. Now look at the rest. Verse 8. Also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then said I, here I am, send me. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not. See ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, make their ears heavy. Now this is the angels doing this. The angels is the one that block you. The angels is the ones that blind your eyes that you cannot see. All right. So it says, make their ears heavy and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed. So then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, and this is why you got 2/3 to this day. And then I said, I, Lord, how long? He answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land should be utterly desolate, which is coming to Babylon the Great. Okay. And all the way up into that time, you're going to have unbeliever Israelites doing all kind of wickedness to the Lord, destroying. And now to go back to Hebrews real quick. Verse 14 said, are they not all ministering spirits sent forth to minister for them who should be heirs of salvation. Now, when you go to Psalms 91, there should no evil befall you, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling, for he shall give his angels charge of you to keep you in all your ways. That's the reason why we are able to believe. That's the reason that we are able to endure, and Lord willing, we endure to the end. Okay? So, also, just to show you. So it's way deeper than free will. So it says, take heed that you despise not of these little ones, for I say unto you that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven. Okay? Boom, there we go again. So the angels are a very important part. Demons are a very important part. I'm also going to give you an example. So I was talking to a specific person about going on trips and stuff. And that person acts like they can't do any type of wickedness. And Satan already got you tricked if you in that mind state. So to make a long story shorter, I gave that person an example. So it's not about you. You can go on a girls trip, right? With your girls. You got a man, right? You can go on a girls trip with your man, and you don't have no intentions on doing nothing on your man. You just going to have fun with your girls, right? But guess what? An evil spirit can jump on you. Then, matter of fact, an evil spirit can jump on your friends. Now, oh girl, he is cute. You know, you should give him a try. Come on, girl. He ain't gonna know. You all the way in, I don't know, Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? Girls trip, they usually go far, you know, not in the same state, you know, so, or sometimes out of the country. So yeah, so he ain't gonna know. Live a little bit, girl. You know what I'm saying? So evil spirit. And that's what people don't get. Have you ever done anything, and you should say yes, whoever watched this. Have you ever done anything, and then after you got done doing it, you was like, why the fuck I do that? Spirits jumped on you. Evil spirits, okay? So, I'm going to end it on this. There be many devices in a man's heart, nevertheless the counsel of the Lord shall stand. Why? Because the angels in control. You could be thinking one thing, but you're going to do the will of the Lord. All right? And hopefully, you know, this was edifying. I just, you know, I was meditating on this and I just put it together real quick. Yeah, man. So it ain't no such thing. Oh, matter of fact, let's go after it. Let's go over a chapter. This is the scripture right here. A man's goings of the Lord. How can a man understand his own way? Okay. Going back to the example that I just made, you do things, you be like, why the hell I do that? You know, this is a scripture outside of like the mark of the beast. This is like the number 2 scriptures over the years that's been used because people need to understand that you're not in control. The Lord is in control and you're going to do what he wants you to do. Just like the wicked that's ruling right now, the Lord is working on their mind through demons. As we read in Ephesians 6:12, spiritual wickedness, high places. All right. So, you know, so Lord willing is edifying, and shalom.